we just relay some facts,
whether they're new or antique.
so just sit back and relax.
It's time for What's Up This Week.
Hello, and welcome to What's Up This Week, your weekly dose of history, facts, and trivia from University Branch Library. This week, we're looking back at a book which has become ingrained in American culture, spawning multiple sequels, Broadway musicals, films, and other adaptations. L. Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz was published on May 17, 1900. Baum's book tells the story of Dorothy Gale, who is transported, along with her dog Toto, to the magical land of Oz. There she meets many interesting characters, including the Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion, as she journeys to find the mysterious wizard, who she hopes can help her return home to Kansas. The prose was accompanied by illustrations from W. W. Denslow. The book was immediately successful and was quickly adapted to a musical play which had a long run on Broadway. Sequels soon followed, beginning with The Marvelous Land of Oz in 1904. John R. Neal took over illustrating duties, and future books introduced other fabulous characters such as Jack Pumpkinhead, Tick-Tock, and Princess Ozma. Baum kept writing Oz books, 14 in all, until his death in 1919. The mantle of the Royal Historian of Oz was then passed to Ruth Plumley Thompson, and then to others as official Oz books continued to be published through 1963. However, the original story having entered the public domain in 1956, many other authors have endeavored to add their own twist to the Oz lore, including Gregory Maguire with his Wicked series. The most famous adaptation of the original book is the 1939 film starring Judy Garland, which was considered quite innovative because of its songs, special effects, and use of the new Technicolor technology. Other notable Oz films include 1985's Return to Oz, a much darker tale, and 2013's Oz the Great and Powerful, a prequel to the original novel. Today, the Oz story is still well loved by those of all ages. If you would like to read or watch some Oz tales for yourself, the library has a variety of materials available. That's it for me. What do you have for us this week, James?
Well, thank you, and hi everyone. This week we're acknowledging the birthday of the American politician Annise Parker, who served as the mayor of Houston, Texas from January 2010 to January 2016.
Born on May 17, 1956 in Houston, she spent her childhood in Spring Branch. When Parker was a teenager, her father's job working for the Red Cross prompted the family to move to the United States Army post in Mannheim, Germany for 2 years. While there, Parker volunteered in the Red Cross Youth Service Organization. Parker later made her way back to the States and began attending Rice University with the National Merit Scholarship in the mid-1970s. She graduated with a bachelor's degree in anthropology, sociology, and psychology. Throughout the 1980s and the 1990s, she worked in the oil and gas industry as a software engineer. Parker officially entered politics in 1997 when she earned a seat with the Houston City Council. 6 years after, she was elected city controller and held the position for some years. In 2009, she ran for the mayor of Houston and won by 53% of the vote. Parker became Houston's second female mayor and one of the first openly gay mayors of a major United States city. She was re-elected twice, in 2011 and in 2013. Throughout her 3 terms, Parker oversaw many modifications for the city, including helping the city establish a water and sewer enterprise fund to pay for future maintenance and improvements. She helped to decrease the homeless population. She also helped augment the city's popular parks. Annise Parker's road to the position was paved with patches both rough and smooth, while her terms saw some major accomplishments for the city and challenges for her administration. During her near 20 years in public office, Parker certainly made a difference and encouraged others to do so.
All right, Megan, what's this week's weird thing?
Hello, This week's weird thing is that May 22nd is National Solitaire Day, specifically card solitaire. The game of solitaire has been around for over 200 years, and the object of the game is to clear the board of all cards by creating a foundation stack for each of the 4 suits, going from ace to king in ascending order. To do this, the players move cards around the playing area, creating descending stacks of cards. As cards are moved around and new cards revealed, the foundation stacks are built up, ace to king. Once all the cards have been moved from the playing area to the appropriate foundation stack, the game is won! There's a little bit more to it than that, so if you've never played the game before and you want to give it a try, be sure to look up some detailed rules of gameplay. And if you are looking for a book to explain those rules, the library has some for you to check out. And if you play the digital version of Solitaire, well, the rules are going to be built in for you. Patience, or card solitaire, is a term used for any card game played by a single player. Nobody knows the exact origin of the game, but there are references to card solitaire in literature dating back to the 1700s across Europe. The most popular form of card solitaire is often called Klondike. This is the version of the game that most people think of because in 1990, Microsoft started including it with their Windows operating system, beginning with Windows 3. It was meant to be both entertaining and instructional, because for many people, playing Microsoft Solitaire was how they learned to use a computer mouse for the very first time. Solitaire was inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame in 2019 and is still one of the most played video games of all time. There are over 100 million hands of Solitaire dealt each day. It's obviously a popular game and it's easy to see why. It's fun, it calms the mind, and it's good exercise for your brain. And the computerized versions of Solitaire are made even more fun by displaying animations when you win the game. Who doesn't love that? To celebrate this holiday, simply play a game of solitaire, whether it's with a physical deck of cards or a computerized version on your computer or smartphone. As I mentioned earlier, we've got books available that explain the gameplay for many different card games, including more than one solitaire game. Place your holds today. Happy National Solitaire Day, everyone! Be sure to tune in again next week for more facts and trivia from University Branch Library.